Afghanistan, a crossroad of history, people, time and culture. War ravaged this country for 23 years. The state crumbled, institutions disintegrated, the economy was destroyed and people dispirited.
ولا تحسبن الذين قتلوا في سبيل الله أمواتا.
As the Taliban were defeated, Afghans, renowned for their resilience, welcomed the dawn of a new era, one without want, where poverty, hunger, war and disease no longer flourish. The events of 2001 were a call to end the terror, embrace democracy and rebuild relationships with neighbouring countries. The Bonn Agreement of 2001 summoned international support for the development process and establishment of democracy. The Bonn Agreement served as a white paper for Afghanistan to draft its own future, establishing the preconditions for the Millennium Development Goals to take hold. It also encouraged Afghans to rebuild the fabric of society and revive an ancient culture. The peaceful success of the presidential elections is testament to a country that is prepared to move forward in national solidarity. Democratically elected President Hamid Karzi committed the government to the Millennium Development Goals in 2004, setting the goals for his country in the 2005 MDG report.
ما باعث رئیس جمهور که از طرف مردم موظف شدیم برای خدمت به مردم موظف شدیم، برای نگه داشتن این خاک، برای بهبود اقتصادی این خاک، برای آرامش این خاک، برای ترقی این خاک و برای به پا ایستاده شدن این خاک و بالاخره برای رساندن به روزی که ملت به همت بازوی خود و محکمی پای خود در جهان صاحب نام و نشان و عزت باشد.
Designing the MDGs was a consultative process through which the government tailored the generic global goals to address the specific problems facing their country. A ninth goal has been added, a goal that represents the core of development and an expression of the hopes and dreams of all Afghans: security. Enhancing security is essential for Afghanistan to reach the MDGs. Without it, there is a real danger of reversing the gains made over the last 4 years. Afghanistan is one of the most heavily mined areas in the world. Intense demining programs are currently in progress, but there is a long way to go.
د ما اوس ورمن دا ده چې د افغانستان ماینونه تر 1400 کاله پورې د ماین وجود افغانستان خاوره پاکه سي.
Being the world's #1 source of opium is a reputation Afghanistan wants to rid itself of. It is a deadly poison to the economy and to society. The provision of alternative livelihoods for poppy farmers is crucial.
سابق ما کشت کوکنار میکنیم، ایواز از او برای ما دولت پیاز زعفران داده، الان زعفران حال کش میکنه. پول پاکیه، پول حلالیه و دیگانه گندم میکنه.
DDR has seen great success, disarming and demobilizing over 60,000 soldiers.
به خاطر که در طول تقریبا بیش از 2.5 دهه در کشور ما جنگ و خونریزی بود، ما حاضر شدیم که افراد خود امروی سلامون به پروسه DDR تسلیم بکنیم.
Previous combatants have been able to elect one of many vocational options: small business training, agriculture, demining, or they can join the new Afghan National Police or National Army. A strong police force and army is integral to maintaining peace in Afghanistan and proving to citizens that they can have faith in their government to protect them and defend their rights. Security is an overarching MDG. Without it, none of the other goals can be reached. Poverty and hunger can only be overcome when an enabling environment is formed through the provision of a safe and secure life. Whilst food supply is increasing, there are still millions of people who wake up and go to bed with the ache of an empty stomach every day. The MDGs strive to eradicate hunger and poverty by halving the number of people living on less than $1 a day and halving those who suffer from hunger.
4 سال است که مردم مواد غذایی گندم ندیده.
خدا مواد جو که یارانو دیگه جای ورا ایوانتای خورم میدیا.
The diet of the average Afghan is heavily reliant on cereals, particularly wheat, leading to micronutrient deficiencies. Therefore, food production in other nutritional food groups is central to the MDGs. Agriculture and employment generation will have to form the core of economic growth to benefit the poor and to relieve the burden of back-breaking poverty.
از زحمت خود مردم افغانستان برای خود نان پیدا کنیم و صاحب اقتصاد آرام باشیم. و این خواهرها و برادرای عزیز بدون تعلیم نمیشه.
در وقت جهاد پای خود از دادیم. این ملکای ما کلش خوش شد. خانای ما رو در دادن در 2 دفعه جنگا. ما در اسیر می جنگا ما تحصیل کرده نتونستیم. خوش هستیم که آرامی هستیم. بچگکای ما این صنف 3 این صنف 2 دخترک ما دست بخونه تعلیم کنه به مردم ما به ما خدمت کنه انجینر شو دکتر شو به مردم ملت.
Despite the success of the back-to-school campaign, access is still limited. These boys are walking 6 hours a day to and from school.
پروتئین داشته باشد. مغز گندم.
Universal primary education is a wish not just of the government, but of boys who wish good things for their sisters.
ما خوش دارن که همسایه ما در مکتب بره و در آینده دکتر یا انجینر شه ما رفع مشکلات.
پیغام و پیام ما برای مادرها و والده‌ای که دخترایشان به مکتب نمیمونن این است که دخترایشان را به مکتب ببرند تا تعلیم و تربیت را یاد بگیرند تا به وطن خود کمک کنند.
With effort and support, young girls have a bright future ahead of them, not to mention big dreams.
و در آینده می‌خوایم که فکر در جای کرزی صاحب بشیم.
The empowerment of women is a sensitive subject in Afghanistan. Women seek participation, but they do not wish to be marginalized from their family unit. Therefore, the integrity of the family must be respected when designing women's programs. Nonetheless, MDGs for women are ambitious: equal education, income generation, access to justice and political representation.
بعد از ناامیدی‌ها و بربادی‌های زیاد زن‌ها باز هم تانستن که یک نقطه روشن از دور ببینن. اما رسیدن به این نقطه روشن و دور به اراده خود زن‌ها تعلق می‌گیره.
شما صدای ما را از طریق رادیوی کلید 88 FM میشنوید. توجه بفرمایید به برنامه زن و خشونت.
Women are slowly increasing their involvement in civil society, finding their voice and challenging the status quo. But their progress is linked to their progress in health, where the statistics on women's and children's health are alarming. 1 out of every 5 children in Afghanistan dies before their 5th birthday, with 7 out of every 100 women dying from pregnancy-related causes. The MDGs aim to save the lives of women and children who die due to insufficient health care.
اکثریت در 12-15 ساله ازدواج میکنن، ولادتایشان در 18 سالگی، 19 سالگی، حتی 17 سالگی، 16 سالگی اینجا ولادت میکنن.
The government would like to encourage traditions that protect maternal health, reducing the total fertility, increasing vaccinations, access to safe water, prenatal care and skilled birth attendants. They will also address the spread of contagious diseases such as TB, malaria, measles and HIV. When examining the spread of diseases, contaminated water cannot be ignored as a leading cause. Afghanistan's environment is not forgiving. Natural resource degradation over the last 25 years has taken its toll. Whilst safe water supply is increasing, it is still not enough.
اینا مریضی از اولاد میخیزم استاد نشیم تا بیگان مازم هم یه پا پیچه سفیزم و خدا گچه که برسک ما بریم این قوضی کنیم دایمای مبارک رمضان ما نماز بخونیم
بستا به می قریه دو تا به هم بست اگه خوش میشه مجبور از هم ها نار میاریم از هم ها جوی میاریم نه دیگه کاسه کار میگیریم میخوریم.
The MDGs will address water and sanitation issues. Providing sustainable access, however, requires international cooperation and significant investment.
3 سال شد شکر الحمدلله کارامی شده است. ما در وطن خود آمدیم این ملک خود با بسیار سختی و بسیار پریشانی ما این ملک خود سرسبز کردیم. از دولت خواهش میکنیم که زمینه به ما مساعد کنه که اولادای ما تحصیل کنند در کشت کار زراعت خدمت کنند که این ملک ما سرسبز شود ما این کشت زراعت خود در خارج صادر کنیم.
The development of a robust trade and aid system relies on the strengthening of government and the assistance of the international community. Pharmaceutical production also relies on global cooperation.
16 قرم شربت تولید میکنیم. امیدوار هستیم تا سال 1400 تمام ادویجات و اشکال ادویجات را تولید نماییم.
We are here today to discuss Afghanistan's progress and to look at how to help shape a bright future for a nation that is rebuilding itself from the ashes of over 2 decades of war. It's not the success of the Afghan people alone. The success of the Afghan people is the commitment and work and partnership of the international community with us. From the return of refugees to 4.2 million children going to school last year, to 5.6 million children going to school this year, to the monetary reform, to a stable currency, to a better economy, to the reconstruction of our highways, to the building of schools, to the building of clinics, to the Constitution, to the political party law, to the banking law, to the freedom for women, to the rights to our citizens, to the stability of the country, and to the hope that the Afghan people now have for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, we have in Afghanistan a tremendous desire for success that has been proven. Let us make it absolute, and let us see that in Afghanistan in a few years will not be a burden on your shoulder, but a state that will stand on its own strong feet and will be a partner with you. Thank you very much.